Hi, and welcome back for part 2 of my explanation about all the various books in the Piano Repertoire catalog. In part 1, I talked about the original Piano Repertoire series, then the Essential Piano Repertoire books, and finally the newest series, Progressive Piano Repertoire. In this video, I'm going to talk about the final two components, Favorite Piano Repertoire, and I'm going to start now with Beginning Piano Repertoire. The Beginning Piano Repertoire series has actually 4 books that all go together, and they are designed for a beginning student, an older beginning student, to prepare them specifically from lesson 1 as they go through all these books to go into the preparatory level of the Piano Repertoire series. So you can actually use this as a substitute if you want a non-traditional piano method to use that will specifically get students ready for the Piano Repertoire books. Or you could use it as a supplement for whatever course you are using. So besides the Beginning Piano Repertoire book, there's the Beginning Piano Technique book, which is a great book to use before scale skills. And the Beginning Piano Theory book is a great prep to use before going into the fundamentals of piano theory. And then finally, one of my very favorite books of all, this is Beginning Piano Multi-Key Reading. And I use this book with almost every student because it really introduces them to how to read in all 12 keys, but only in 5-finger position and only with the tonic and dominant notes for accompaniment. It doesn't use chords, but they do have key signatures and they will read in all keys. So it's a great way to introduce students to that. Now, the other series I want to talk about is the Favorite Piano Repertoire. So there are 2 volumes in this series. They're quite large volumes. The book 1 has music taken from levels 2 through 5 of the Piano Repertoire series. And then volume 2, which is a walloping 272 pages, has music taken from levels 6 through 10, plus a few extras as well, like the first movement of the Moonlight Sonata and the slow movement of the Pathétique, well-loved pieces like that. So there are a bunch of uses for these 2 books. One of them that I really have found incredibly useful is for transfer students, because each book is multi-level. So you know how it is, sometimes you get a transfer student, you're not quite sure where they are, and this is a great way to put them in a book where you have multiple levels and you can try some easier things, you can try some harder things until you kind of figure out, just what areas you need to focus on with that transfer student. It's also great for an older student who's been away from piano for a long time and they kind of need a refresher. So they might need to start with some easier pieces, but then within that same book, they can progress on to some harder pieces. Or maybe there's siblings in a family and the siblings are at different levels, but you can have one book for both of them. So it's very economical that way. Now, one of my favorite uses for the book 2 is as a gift for a graduating senior. This book contains some of the most loved piano music of all time, from Bach and Scarlatti all the way up through Debussy and Satie. And so it's a book that a student can return to over and over for many, many years to come, with lots of wonderful music for them to play. Okay, I hope that between this video and the part 1, you have more understanding about just what all the different components are and how the various books can be used and what their purpose is, and my reasons for creating them. If you have any more questions, please put them in the comment section below. Happy to answer those. And if you want to, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And just thank you very much for taking the time to listen to these videos.